With roots dating back to the Iron Age, St Albans offers a telling collage of its historical significance. From Roman prestige to Anglo-Saxon invasion and medieval consecration. Though beyond these monuments to the past, St Albans' many ghostly legends speak for those who can no longer. A cathedral city just north of London, St Albans has roots dating back to 20 BC, and the Celtic settlement of Verlamio, meaning settlement over the marsh, was first established. Following the Roman invasion of Britain, the settlement became part of the Roman city of Verlamio, second in size only to Londinium. The Roman north-south road, Watling Street, would run through the city, acting as the first stop for travellers heading north from the capital. And that brings us to the first of our hauntings here in St Albans, for these passages and thoroughfares have long served as the lifeblood of the community, abuzz with the hustle and bustle of daily life for centuries. It's no surprise that the activity of the past still haunts the area. Fishpool Street in particular is known for its share of eerie apparitions. Fishpool Street takes its name from a pond that once existed here, likely formed by the Romans damming the River Ver. Saxon fishermen would work the pool, granting the country lane its name. During the 10th century, the abbot had the Roman Watling Street diverted through Fishpool Street. Though the pool was drained around this time, there may be some echoes of its extensive past playing out today. Residents have reported phantom figures flittering through the street after dark. Though an apparition that's become synonymous with the road is that of a colonial-style coach drawn by a pair of white ponies. In the coach, a man wearing a traditional straw hat, accompanied by a woman in a blue dress. Reaching the top of Fishpool Street, we find ourselves at the foot of the grand west front of St Albans Cathedral. Founded over 1200 years ago, dedicated to St Alban, for generations the cathedral has been shrouded in tales of phantom monks and shadowy hooded figures, but none so chilling as the ghostly event of Christmas Eve 1944. With the ever-present threat of bombing during World War II, local parishes would assign fire watchers posted at areas of significance. Tasked with alerting the community and tackling any subsequent fires from a blast, St Albans Cathedral, certainly considered a target, granted its own fire watcher. It was to 16-year-old Basil Saville that this duty would fall to on an eerily silent Christmas Eve, finding himself alone in the vast expanse of the cathedral. As the silence pressed down around him, Basil claimed to have heard the haunting strains of distant organ music resonating through the cathedral. Then, through the dim light, a procession of robed monks emerged, their faces obscured by hoods, and at their head, a spectral abbot, leading them down the nave. Each monk holding a flickering candle, casting an unearthly glow, their figures moving as if in a trance. Slowly they passed, their eerie procession gliding through the screen doors that led into the saint's chapel, disappearing into the shadows as if they'd never been there at all. Still to this day, reports continue of ghostly monks and phantom organ music in the cathedral. Dating back to 1470, the White Hart Hotel in the centre of the town has a rich history of its own. Simon Fraser, 11th Lord Lovat, spent the night here before travelling to the Tower of London, where he had become the last in Britain to be executed by beheading, sentenced for his treasonous role in the Jacobite Rising of 1745. Though it would be a gruesome incident in 1820 that would bestow the old coaching inn with its most notable haunting. Elizabeth Wilson was seated on the top of the Northampton coach, the cheapest ticket for her journey home. As the coach turned off Holywell Hill, it thundered through the White Hart archway. Elizabeth, with no chance to react, struck her head on the horizontal oak beam, killing her instantly. Elizabeth's traumatic end actually serves as inspiration for the demise of Mr. Jingle in Charles Dickens' first novel, The Pickwick Papers. It's said that her spirit, a crisis apparition of sorts, still lingers here at the inn where her life ended. Accompanying the spirit of Elizabeth, the ghostly apparition of an unidentified young girl has been reported, often standing by the fireplace observing patrons. As well as the numerous sightings throughout the inn, the spirits of the White Hart seem to make their presence known in other ways. Bar staff have noted kegs in the cellar moving overnight of their own accord, lights turning on and off, and doors locking themselves. There's also a curious story of writing appearing in the condensation of the mirror in guest bedrooms, defying explanation. As the shadows grow longer in St Albans and the light begins to fade, we're reminded that the stories that have haunted this town for generations will do so for generations more, woven into the enduring history and folklore of this ancient cathedral city.